So we started this new project at work, which involved going to Palo Alto for a week for the project to kick off, and then spending the week after in New York doing user research. The team was myself, Andy, Janae, Caitlin, Liz, and Connor. I also thought it'd be fun to get a camera and film what happened. So I went to Walmart the night before we left and bought this crappy point and shoot. The footage didn't look great, but it got the job done. Now, when I was in Palo Alto, I spent most of the time working, so I didn't get a lot of footage of the things that happened, but I did get a lot of footage of me riding in Ubers and Lyfts. Like, a lot. We all got an Airbnb together. Well, that isn't strictly true. The ladies all got an Airbnb together, and I got their garage. Like, the garage had been renovated into a place that you could live in, and that's where I stayed. Janae and I tried to run an errand in one of our coworkers' rentals. It was a hybrid car, so we could never really tell if the engine was on, and every time we tried to put it in drive or park, it just kind of drifted backwards until we were like halfway through the parking lot. And that went on for like 10 minutes. When we eventually got it to drive, we put it back in its parking spot, got out, and gave up on our errand. Later that day on my way back to the Airbnb, my driver was telling me how apparently in the suburbs of Palo Alto, there are mountain lions, and they hunt at night. He said, a shark comes up from the bottom, but a mountain lion comes from above. And so if you're out at night, you're supposed to kind of like look up at the trees and make sure you aren't about to like get got by a mountain lion. My mistake was telling Caitlin the story at night under a grove of trees. So we ended up crossing the street. We were at this ice cream parlor, and they had these really cool socks I wanted to buy, but I had too much stuff in my hand, so I just kind of put them in my pocket. Then I left the building without paying for them. When I realized I was a thief, I ran back inside and put them back. All in all, I ended up leaving Palo Alto without the ice cream socks. The ice cream was good, though. How many stolen socks out of 5 do you give that ice cream?
It's 5 stolen socks out of 5.
Now, rather than taking a break between 1 week of travel and then another, I thought it'd be a cool idea to go skiing for the first time. We were going to go up to Boyne Mountain to go skiing, but we had one problem. Our ride there canceled, so we had to take the Mustang.
Yeah. Alright, I think we got enough room. Let's do it.
Is this gonna work?
Okay, Chris, bad news.
It worked mostly fine for the majority of the way until we got to the mountains and it started to snow a lot. It was a little hard to see, and the hill that our cabin was on, we couldn't get up that either. We ended up parking at the bottom of the hill and hiking it the half mile up to the cabin. It kind of sucked, but it had a hot tub, so it was worth it. On Saturday, we actually went skiing, and it went well enough,
It's your first time if you don't fall.
And then we came back, and I got a little bit of rest before... In New York, I ended up having more time to sightsee than I did in Palo Alto. On Monday, Caitlin and I did a walkabout of Rockefeller Center and Times Square. Lord God Almighty, then on Tuesday, Connor and I checked out the New York Public Library. Janae also took Connor and I out to grab drinks because it was our birthdays. She took a picture of us and posted it in the work Slack, but ended up taking it down for no particular reason. Wednesday was like the big day for sightseeing though. I went down to Lower Manhattan and kind of just worked my way back up. I ended up walking down Broadway, checking out City Hall, the Oculus, seeing Trinity Church, Federal Hall, the New York Stock Exchange, the Charging Bull, went over to Pier A and took a quick look at the Statue of Liberty. Then I went up to the World Trade Center Memorial, took a stroll through Chinatown, and then went back up to Midtown for the afternoon. That night, I went out to dinner with Caitlin, Janae, and Andy. We had a drink or two, it doesn't really matter. And we ended up getting a little rowdy.
Alright, I'm doing this on the first try. You ready? First try.
We're ready.
No.
You did not do it on the first try.
You got it.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Alright. Is it recording? Oh yeah, that's amazing. How? Why were you walking like that? You're killing me.
You do jaywalk. You just did.
I don't like it though. I want to see you come down the stairs.
It's over here.
Mom and Dad?
Mom and dad are fighting. I need someone to take a spoon so I can take a video of it. Take slow one. I'm ready.
You hear what I said, right? Yeah, I did. That explosion is real.
Oh, there he goes. Please never, ever, ever say anything like that again. Oh my god.
Before we left New York for the week, Connor and I did a quick drive-by of the Egyptian exhibit in the Met.
It doesn't look comfy, but it looks like the kind of thing where if someone saw it in my house, they'd think more of me.
I mean, like,
That's totally what he's doing, right?
Yeah. You know when I say tilted into orbit? That's what I mean.
And then we stopped to see the Empire State Building. And that's it. After that, I went home and slept the entire weekend.